First in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
On the interlock seats.
Set to get this one going. And we are underway from Kansas City. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times. And in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Why do you feel like they went slow?
Mecole Hardman, 77 yards. And the Chiefs march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of you guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20, Nick Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match?
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 25, here's second down and 7. Slot man moves right. A run by Pacheco on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes it down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 85 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mahomes going to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Stop playing, brother.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing now is Mahomes. And Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. These two teams all tied after 1. 4 receivers split out here. It's 3rd and 8. In motion, there goes Bell. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a 1st down. Here's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Watson looks to throw again. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he is going to lose yardage here. The 1st down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
How about how they spread the field in their formation? All those receivers running around, and not a single one of them finds a window in that zone. Great communication on the back end. Everyone pointing out different guys in their assignments, and guess who pays the price? The quarterback, as he gets dumped.
Now it's Watson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Cooper will go in motion. Third and long. It's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at the 23. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much. This is caught inside the 15.
Fuck,
And he's
man.
able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches, why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
There he goes, right side. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 75 yards. And the Browns get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now here's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's to the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl.
I know he was going to slip up. I knew he was going to slip up. I knew he was going to slip up. I knew it. That cockiness, dog. I knew he was going to slip up. Keep playing with me, Ron. Keep playing, Ron.
It's a chance to remind everyone exactly why
Keep playing, Ron.
Tab was one of the best in the league the prior season.
After the interception, here's Watson. And no, it falls
That's fine.
incomplete. So the 2-point
I get ball in the way.
good.
We ain't tripping.
So not much time to speak of.
I knew he was
going
to slip up.
As the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it.
Let's go.
A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
What we doing? What we doing?
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how
Really?
much they trust their guys in this situation
Really?
if they decide to take a shot.
An 11-yard pickup,
Come on, bro.
and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Yes, sir.
And he will be brought
Yes,
down
sir.
on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They need 12 here. It's third down. Back to throw, Watson. Quick slant completes into Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. On first down, it's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Once more, it's Flacco. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Trent McDuffie getting the chance to blitz and finishing it off with a sack. Third and long for Joe Flacco. And pressure coming, and they got
Our
him once
fucking
again.
defense is crazy.
More than one defender there.
Fuck it.
That's a loss of 5
Play
on the
smart.
sack. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Play smart.
This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. It's caught. Cooper. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that means his quarterback get the ball quickly to him. Either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. We're back now in KC. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. Then everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
To throw is Watson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So what a comeback here. They looked like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a fourth-quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there. They made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game heads here.
Well, he'll be stopped shy of the goal line here, so the lead will remain at 6 points. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. They need their best drive of the game right here. Second down, 8 yards to go. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A big play looming on third down. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to perhaps salt this one away. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one's CD going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about
that. GG, round. Gang, baby.
Now, as you pointed
Play
out,
like that.
a very difficult road. Down 2 scores.
Let's
you don't
go.
just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
This is 1st and 10. Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Mahomes to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they go for it on
Wrap,
fourth
sir.
down, but that pass is
It's a
knocked
wrap,
away
sir.
and incomplete.
I
They
got
had to go for it with such little.
real niggas. Stop playing, baby. That was a good game, bro. That was a good game. That was a good game. I want something to niggas. Bitches. Show them niggas.